Good morning, my name is Ram. I am from Career Launcher Pune. Over the next 15 to 20 minutes, we will talk about the training program for CAT students at Career Launcher Pune and what are the various facilities we offer as a part of the course. So let's begin with the first stage. The first stage is more of a foundation setting stage and a learning stage rather than question solving stage. In this stage, each and every student is taken through the basic foundation level concepts of various areas in CAT and other MBA entrance examinations, such as quantitative ability, data interpretation and logical reasoning, vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension. The concepts are slowly built in such a way that they are ready to accept the next part of the course. The basic philosophy of teaching in Career Launcher is to take the students from the known to the unknown and from the concrete to the abstract if you talk about the reading comprehension area. Now what you get in the first phase of the course, first of all you have a total of 37 to 40 sessions, out of which most of them are Quant, LR and DI, and some of them are also related to VA and RC. This would help you to get the basic vocabulary in place, the basic reading skills in place, a basic revision of whatever maths you have learnt across 9th and 10th, plus clearing some concepts and solving some basic DI and LR questions, just like bar graphs or line graphs. But then this would be less complex than the second one. This would not be as tough as CAT, because remember the objective in the first phase is to develop the foundation so that you can use it properly when you actually appear for CAT. Now in the second phase, we have a total of 84 lectures which are focused on various areas. We have dedicated vocabulary sessions which will help you to get the IFT and ZAT questions correct. We talk a lot about etymology in the vocab sessions. We talk a lot about common confusables, homophones, homonyms, what are they, and detailed discussion on words, their origins, and synonyms and antonyms and the differences between them. For example, if you want to express the emotion of sadness, you can say you are woebegone, you can say you are lachrymose, you can say you are crestfallen, you can say you are woeful, but each of these words has a different nuance. So in vocabulary sessions, the focus would be on understanding that nuance, right? Then when you come to reading comprehension sessions, we'll again cover the basics, give you a list maybe of what are the areas that you need to do, because one thing that we have found in RC is that students generally don't focus on awareness. The logic is very simple. If you are aware about what you are reading, you will be able to read that faster and you will be able to understand that with much more efficiency. So not only would we telling you what are the reading skills, what is the technique of reading, etc., etc. We'll also be telling you that in each topic, what are the range of things that you should be aware about, so that when these things come up as the subject matter of a passage, you are no longer completely flummoxed and you are able to sort your way out because you already know. We'll be doing this for all the popular areas in CAT, like in philosophy. If you want to crack philosophy passages, what all you need to read beforehand, what if you want to crack economics, what all you need to read beforehand, and so on and so forth. Plus, in our reading comprehension sessions, we will also be taking up theme-wise RC topics. So there would be a complete dedicated session on topics based on philosophy, a complete dedicated session on literature, a complete dedicated session on economy, a complete dedicated session on international politics, and we'll be taking passages from these areas only in these sessions, right? Because for every particular area, how you need to read the passage, whether you need to read the passage first or the questions first, it changes depending on your speed and your comfort level with the topic. So we'll be trying to address all that. Remember, we are talking about the second stage of the program. Then when you come to quantitative ability, of course, we'll be taking each and every topic, conducting a lot of lectures on quantitative ability, right from algebra to arithmetic to even a bit of higher maths like permutation, combination, probability, series and sequence, etc. Now again, if you look at maths, the way you solve arithmetic is different from the way you solve algebra, which is different from the way you solve geometry and so on. So the sessions are planned in such a way that the entire theory which has been taught to you in the first part will be completely revised, plus the questions that you would solve now would be closer to the CAT toughness level. Remember, in the first phase, the questions were not up to the CAT toughness level because that was not the objective. But in the second phase, the questions that you solve will be as close to CAT as possible. In some instances, maybe tougher than CAT. Okay. Then we come to the the next topic, that is LR and data interpretation and logical reasoning, LR and DI. Now in this again, we'll be solving as many variations as possible, as many caselets as possible throughout the course. The questions that have been asked in CAT over the past 20 years would be covered at various places. We will not be telling you that this has appeared in CAT, or in some instances we'll be telling you कि ये question CAT में आ चुका है. But the focus is going to be on exposing you to a wide range of questions. Now remember, when you talk about CAT and other MBA entrance exams, LR and DI is considered to be one of the most unpredictable sections of all. And it has a reputation of being very tough. In fact, if you look at all the three sections, LR and DI is maybe the only section in which it is very easy for the examiner to make the questions unsolvable, right? So we'll train you for that level. And of course, when I say we train you, remember, we are also expecting a lot of efforts from you, because ultimately if you succeed or not, it's going to be a joint venture between the both of us, between Career Launcher Pune and the student. We can't do anything on our own, and similarly it will be difficult for you to do something on your own. We are again not saying that you need a training institute, but the kind of structure that you will get here is something which cannot be replicated anywhere else. Now in the second phase, we'll also be you'll also be able to appear for a lot of mock tests based on the pattern of CAT, because right now we would be focusing on CAT. Every student will get a portal called Aspiration, in which he can log in, he can take the exam, and a constant feedback would be given to him about his performance. Now one more thing that we have started off with is the concept of mentorship. Every student of CAT gets their own personal mentor. You'll have his number. You can WhatsApp your doubts, any doubts you have on how to prepare. आपको समय नहीं मिल रहा है, काम के साथ मैनेज नहीं हो रहा है, या कॉलेज के साथ मैनेज नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसे आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, you can directly get in touch with your batch mentor, and your batch mentor will be keeping a record as well कि आपसे कब कब बात हुई है, क्या क्या बात हुई है, क्या क्या suggestions दिए गए हैं, and so on. Remember, this is not only in the second phase, the mentorship. The mentorship will start from the first phase itself, right? So second phase mein, as I said, you have 84 sessions, classroom sessions, plus you have a lot of inputs in form of tests. The entire aspiration, you'll be appearing for mock tests, right? And this process would last till CAT, remember. Now another thing which is there from day one is doubt clearing. At any point of time you have a doubt in any subject, you can contact the faculty member, come to CL, have your doubts resolved, or we have an online facility also, about which I'll brief you later. Now once the CAT is over, we go to the third phase of the course, which are extra sessions on other exams. Now remember, when you talk about CAT, IFT and ZAT, there are noticeable differences between the three. For example, IFT asks you a lot of vocab intensive questions. CAT does not do that. ZAT asks you for GK and decision making. CAT does not do that. IFT has GK. CAT does not have it. In fact, last year IFT had 6 sections. CAT had only 3. This year IFT came back to 4 sections. It may go back to 6 sections again, because CAT में the pattern is fixed. In IFT and XAT the pattern is not fixed. तो ये एग्जाम्स के कुछ विशेष सेशंस आपको लगेंगे जो हम CAT के बाद कराएंगे. This is the third phase of the course. You'll get a lot of IFT specific session. ZAT में decision making sessions आपको अलग से मिलेंगे, because decision making is a combination of logical reasoning and reading comprehension. So you'll get some decision making sessions also, and how to think from the perspective of a business. right? And how to take a decision based on that perspective, how to combine various elements, etc., etc. This would be various sessions would cover this, and then you'll have mock XATs, you'll have mock IFTs, you'll have mock NMATs, everything, right? This phase would last till you appear for your XAT exams. And then finally we come to the last phase of the course, the GD, PI and VAT, one of the most crucial elements, because your call means nothing if you are not able to convert the call. And our objective would be to ensure that you convert your best call. In fact, you convert every call that you have obtained after working so hard for the written exam. Now, what are the B schools looking for? All theory aside, everything can be summarized in one word. And what the B school is looking for is, can you be trusted? क्या आप पे भरोसा किया जा सकता है? And whether you can be trusted or not flows from two things. What are you and what all have you done? And of course, there is a third aspect. What do you know about yourself and the world around you? So the GDPI program is focused on these areas. There will be a lot of GK sessions where you will be brought up to date with whatever is happening, and we won't be discussing GK from the perspective that you have to solve questions in an exam. We'll be discussing GK from the perspective that if you are asked something in an interview about, let us say, the Syrian crisis, you should be able to handle it. Plus, there will be a lot of one-to-one sessions with your trainer, who will be telling you, based on your profile, what ideal answers you should have. A lot of guidance would be there on form filling also. In fact, form filling will start from stage 2 itself, where we will talk about what are the various exams that are there, what are the various B schools that you need to apply to, what is the process, and we'll constantly keep informing you about कौन से B school का ad आया और कौन से B school का ad अभी आना बाकी है और उसकी last date क्या है. Right? So as I was saying, in the PI sessions, you have one-to-one mentorship sessions. Then you have a lot of mock PIs, as many mock PIs as you need, as many one-to-one sessions with your mentor as you need. Right? So, and this phase will last till you give your last personal interview. So this is what the course at Career Launcher Pune offers you. Please remember, we alone are nothing. You alone may amount to something, but we together will actually amount to something substantial. Thank you very much and all the best.